Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Tomorrow, William Ruto is going to start a 5 days visit in Mount Kenya region, where he is going to start all the way from Kiambu County to Sagana Lodge. In this, I want us to look at various issues why William Ruto is currently going to visit Mount Kenya region in 5 days time. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a visitor for the first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor. Ensure you subscribe to this channel. You put on the notification bell that when I upload my videos like this, you get notified by YouTube. And also, as you watch this video, please don't forget to like this video. When you like, you automatically support the work of this video and we are automatically going to be recommended by YouTube platform. Otherwise, let us go to the main issue. Now, have you asked yourself why William Samoei Ruto is embarking to 5 days visit in Mount Kenya region, as he is also expected to address the Mount Kenya leaders at Sagana Lodge? This is something that was planned long time ago by Rigathi as a welcoming or rather ceremony of William Samoei Ruto win at Sagana Lodge. I know Sagana Lodge has been a place where initially Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta had been addressing the Mount Kenya leadership during his regime. But again, I don't want to look at why it has been, or rather while he was in the leadership, he was always addressing Mount Kenya leadership at Sagana Lodge. But in this video, I want us to look at why William Ruto is going to Mount Kenya region amidst where there is a dialogue in between the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza coalition. Number one, William Ruto and Rigathi were terrified. The reason why they were terrified was because of the ideologies, agendas, and policies that they had started implementing as Mount Kenya region had started to distance themselves from William Ruto's government. Because when you look at the hustler narrative, was welcomed very well in Mount Kenya region. This hustler nation narrative was well welcomed in Mount Kenya region during electioneering period and also campaign period, where this issue of Mama Mboga, border people were so much installed and strongly installed in Mount Kenya region by William Samoei Ruto's narrative against Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, by then was the president of the Republic of Kenya. So this kind of terrification of William Ruto and Rigathi, they are feeling like if they will just give Mount Kenya region voters a chance for long period of time, not briefing them, not visiting the region frequently, then there is a possibility of Mount Kenya region diverting their attention from the Kenya Kwanza government to the other option, which some of them might come out to realize that yes, opposition is our part and also our option to venture into. But again, at the same time, as William Ruto and Rigathi is terrified, is that Mount Kenya region is feeling like that those things that William Ruto and Rigathi promised them. 1, Mama Mboga. 2, border people. That this government was going to be theirs. This government was going to be theirs. Not people like Musalia Mudavadi. Not people like billionaires that have been installed in William Ruto's government. So they are feeling like they are being betrayed, as Mama Mboga is feeling like they are being deserted. The border people, the same, they are feeling like they are being deserted from this government. So William Ruto's intention and Rigathi Gachagwa's intention is to bring back the trust, the trust into their government from Mount Kenya region. When you look at even today as we speak, some members of, or rather, let me not say members of parliament, but the residents from Mount Kenya region, they are not yet in good terms with the promises that William Ruto came out promising them during the election. So they are feeling like this man is not a good man. This is the reality and the true picture of William Ruto, not the man that we had used to during the Harambee. He had always distributed 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, But nowadays is not doing it. It is once in a while, not as per during the campaigning period. Number 2, the trust of Mount Kenya region is dimming low day in, day out. And the reason behind it is that when you look at, for example, the issue of finance bill, where Mount Kenya region also, they are feeling like this finance bill is a burden to us. And as the finance bill is burden to us, this was not the statement of William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua during the campaigning period. They said that Uhuru Kenyatta was not a good president because he had came out with high taxation, in Mount Kenya region. As you know that Mount Kenya region, they are owning several businesses across the Republic of Kenya. So this issue of finance bill, I know is going to be agenda as the trust of Mount Kenya region is going to be rebuilt by William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, as they are feeling like the trust is no longer there because they are the one that said that when they were going to capture or rather get this government, they were going to lower the cost of living. They were going to lower the taxation. But it seems like what they said, they have forgotten. What they are doing is something contrary to what they said during the electioneering period. So it is a matter of rebuilding and bringing back trust of Mount Kenya region to their camp. Number 3, William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua wants to unite these members of parliament. That anyone who is going to distance themselves with the narrative and agendas and of course ideologies of Kenya Kwanza government, for example, you saw Gathoni wa Muchomba. Gathoni wa Muchomba came out rejecting the finance bill. You saw what happened. There were certain wrangles, pull and push in between some Kenya Kwanza members of parliament and also Gathoni wa Muchomba. And in fact, when it comes to the, there was a conference, or rather it was a conference of what? In Githunguri constituency. It was a conference about milk, if I'm not wrong, where Gathoni wa Muchomba was deserted. In fact, she was not even allowed to be close to William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. She was totally deserted. So they don't want any kind of rebellion in Mount Kenya region. So the Sagana launch address by William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, they're going to say that we are going to ensure that no rebellion in Mount Kenya region, especially in UDA party. As you know that UDA party is a party that is having members of parliament, major members of parliament in Mount Kenya region, all over the Mount Kenya region. So they don't want any kind of rebellion as it is witnessed in Kenya, or rather Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Number 4, coming out to deal with Azimio. How are they going to deal with Azimio? Is there a possibility of them coming out with agenda and narrative that is going to take over our business? And if this is something that is going to happen, how can they resolve it? By resolving it is that to ensure that they're going to shut down the narrative that Azimio had of Maandamano and also this dialogue. Their issues must be discussed. And their issues are, William Ruto does not want to, the issue that entails the migration of political parties. They don't want. Then when you look at the high cost of living, William Ruto does not want to talk about in that dialogue. That let them talk about the IEBC. Mostly it is about IEBC, nothing else. Other things that you're seeing, these just side shows. But the truth of the matter is, William Ruto is going to address members of parliament so that they can be keen enough on how they're going to encounter Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. Lastly, number 5 is that Kenya Kwanza has embarked to, or rather embattled Kenya Kwanza, has already embarked to convincing again the voters on how they are possibly going to ensure that these, let me say, they want to bring back that moment of huge support from across the Republic of Kenya, not only Mount Kenya region. But I don't think if this is going to be successful. It is not going to be successful. My reason behind it is that when you look at even the way they're handling the common mwananchi, is not coming out with the perspective of ensuring that what they promise Kenyans are going to come to pass. So the reality is the Sagana launch is not something that is new. It is just to reconsolidate, and to bring back the trust of the people to their coalition. When look at even as we are planning, election, you will be shocked if next election is going to come here very soon. You just wait. But again, as they are embarking to refreshing their minds as UDA, I don't think these people will come out to convince people, because the ground is totally hostile. The ground is totally hostile. And this is not going to assist them. Even despite of them having Sagana launch 20 times, people have realized that these people are totally contrary to their issues. And the way they are contrary to their issues, they don't want any attachment with this government. And that is why some people are just keeping quiet. It doesn't mean they are supporting Kenya Kwanza government. They're just there watching, and their decisions they have already made that as we go into next election, either we're not going to vote or we are going to vote contrary to their will. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at this issue of Sagana, what are your thoughts? Do you think that William Ruto still can win the hearts of Kenyans, as he has already misused the Mamboga, the Boda, the Hustler Nation narrative? What are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet on another video.